Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a serious discussion to talk about regarding Jalen Carter's situation. I'm sure most of you have seen what's going on with him today, and last night as well. But if you have not, today police have issued a arrest warrant for Jalen Carter, Georgia defensive tackle and top prospect in the NFL draft, for reckless driving and racing that led to the death of Devin Willock, player for offensive lineman for the Georgia, and then Chandler LaCroix, staff member for the team, back in January after the championship parade. So no doubt it is definitely very serious, very serious situation for him. We're talking about two people that died in the incident. For this video, I'll leave a link in the description down below for two articles. One being the original, the first article that came out regarding the accident for the player and the staff member that did pass away. That'd be from CNN, and then another one from ABC talking about just one right here about the police issuing a warrant. So again, just kind of brief over what's going on. This was back January 15th of this year, right after the championship parade for the Georgia Bulldogs. It was reported that Devin Willock and Chandler LaCroix, player and staff member, were killed in a car accident, and there wasn't really too much after that. But as last night and then going to today, it is shown that Jalen Carter was involved with the incident with racing, and of course we know what the end result was for that. Want to read you a quick quote. This is from the ABC article. Again, I'll leave this in the link down below. It's from the paragraph talking about the incident. It says an investigation found that Chandler LaCroix, a member of the team's recruiting staff, and Carter were racing shortly after leaving downtown Athens, and that alcohol impairment, racing, reckless driving, and speed were a contributing factor to the crash that killed LaCroix and Devin Willock, an offensive lineman, hours after celebrating UGA's championship win. That's from ABC. Again, it's very interesting to see what comes out with this, especially what his future is going to look like. He has put out a statement on his Twitter page. I'll just read it off to you quickly. This is a statement from Jalen Carter. This morning, I received a telephone call from the Athens, Georgia Police Department informing me that 2 misdemeanor warrants have been issued against me for reckless driving and racing. Numerous media reports have also circulated this morning containing inaccurate information concerning the tragic events of January 15th, 2023. It is my intention to return to Athens to answer the misdemeanor charges against me, and make it certain that the complete and accurate truth is presented. There is no question in my mind that when all the facts are known, that I will be fully exonerated of any criminal wrongdoing. So again, that's on his own Twitter page, Jalen Carter. As you can see, it just goes on and on of all the articles coming out of Jalen Carter situation. As you can see after that one, The Score, ESPN, and it goes on and so forth. They also posted on ESPN page as well his statement. So that's kind of, and this video is mostly to talk about my thoughts on the whole situation, where I think no doubt he is going to slide in the draft. I know it's not really a big concern right now, as opposed to, of course, tragically, the most important thing to focus on is that it cost 2 people's lives in this. I really do believe that it was an accident. If it is found out, now of course he's disputing all of this, but if it is, let's say to go into it, assuming that he did do this, he was the driver, of course, with the charges, and that the accident led to the death of those 2. I'm sure to him he didn't mean to do that. It was an accident, but regardless, there has to be consequences to it. Something has to happen to this, with 2 lives being killed for for a meaningless thing, for racing, for what? And it's just sad for both the 2 people involved, and for Carter as well. Looking at for Carter's future, just what he had ahead of him. He was regarded as the top prospect in the NFL. I know in my Bryce Young video I talked about Anthony Richardson and Will Levis potentially being the first overall pick, but almost everyone had Carter as the number 1 pick if Chicago decided to to hold on to it. And every mock draft I've seen, if now this is saying like if they're gonna keep Justin Fields as well. If they're keeping Justin Fields and keeping the pick, Jalen Carter is no question the number one choice. Again, he's considered the number one prospect in the draft and one of the best defensive players in the draft. And it's unfortunate that he put himself in a situation just a little over just over a month ago. And again, that led to the death of two people. Again, it's unfortunate. Do I think he'll be charged? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he'll be charged. It doesn't make it, and what I'm gonna talk about, I know it doesn't make it right, but it kind of just shows you with not just NFL athletes, but any top athlete in any sport, if you are really talented, you'll get away with this. And for a draft, people saying, oh, he's gonna slide in the draft. I don't think he's gonna slide too much. Just because teams are gonna be tempted on him just because of the talent. If they start seeing him falling in the draft, people are gonna pick him up, and they're gonna look past of course, the big distraction. Now, that's also the other half of this too, is to see what he's charged with. This is just saying if he doesn't get anything. In my opinion, if he's not charged with anything, no doubt he'll slide. Where do you think if I had to guess where he would go, again, if this is best case scenario for him, if he doesn't get charged at all, where would he be? I'd probably say mid-first round. I just think people are gonna be so caught on his attributes, physical traits, the tools he has. Teams are gonna be tempted to take him, and there will be teams that will overlook this situation and select him. He will fall. I think I do believe he'll fall out of the top 10. Now, would it shock me if he stayed in the top 10? No, but I do think he'll fall somewhere around the maybe like 15-20 range. I might be being a little generous with that, or I should say a little harsh with that. But I do think that he will still be a first round pick. I saw some comments saying, "Oh, he'll be like a 4th round pick or so." No, I don't see that. He's still a first round talent, regardless of the whole situation regarding him. And there will be a desperate team when they, especially in the mid first round, when they start seeing his name fall later in the round, there will be a team that'll be tempted to pick him up. I guarantee you. There will be a team who will overlook all of this going on and select him. Doesn't make it right, of course, but it's just how it is, sadly. But again, I just think something needs to happen. If this is true that he had nothing to do with it, I feel bad that his name's getting dragged along with this. But if he is responsible for the death of the two people, let me pull a name up back again on my phone, have some notes written down on my phone to make it easier to read off of. If it did lead to the death to Devin Willock and Chandler LaCroix, something needs to happen. There needs to be consequences for this, regardless of how talented he is. If it is found or is proven that he was a direct reason for this, even if it was an accident, there has to be some consequence to it. But if he comes out, or if he comes out of it and he is 100% right, and that he had no wrongdoing of it, and his name was just dragged along into the story, I feel bad that his kind of reputation had to be ruined a little bit because of this. But again, we'll see how this plays out in the next coming days. Of course, we are a couple days into the combine. Of course, a lot of the days being, as of right now, just hearing interviews from GMs and such, so it's going to be and from some players as well. So again, it's going to be very interesting how, especially the whole combine, how this plays out for him and what his future is going to be. So again, that's my thoughts on the whole situation. Let me know down below how you think it's going to play out for Carter, if he is going to get charged with anything, if he's going to get off free from the charges, and also in the draft, how far do you think he will fall in the draft? Do you think it'll be a first round pick, if he'll fall even later than that? So again, let me know down below. But with all that said, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.